Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be very fast. That previous video that I did before this one, it really messed me up. I have never been so creeped out in my life. Just knowing what those black women went through and the brutality of those murders that took place at the end of the 70s, in the time period that I was brought on this earth. The fact that there were women who were beaten, okay, so badly that you could see the prints of feet inside their chest. That was pure hatred of a black woman right there. Strangled with a radio cord, burnt and left for dead on the grass. A woman that was getting ready to die but identified the person that stabbed her and died the next morning. That shit sent chills down my spine. And I don't scare easy, but it sent chills down my spine, ladies and gentlemen. Knowing that happened to our women. Knowing that things like this happened to our women before then in the 70s. Even further before that, when slave times was going on. And to this day continues, okay? We still got 64,000 black women and black girls missing, and they could have easily gone through stuff like this as well. Who knows what is going on? People are talking about a DNA getting taken, extracted, our melanin being extracted so that these people in the dominant society can take and steal our blood and our genetics. But I'm going to tell you one thing that I got from that. And I'm going to be doing more stories as brutal as they are. I'm going to have to show you the brutality that black women have gone through. I'm not foreshadowing anything that black men have gone through. I'm not foreshadowing anything at all. But we know damn well that black men are stronger. And yes, they have been taken by white supremacy. They've been taken by hatred as well. But when it comes to the fairer sex, the women and our children, especially, who will have a future, we got to make sure we protect them. And that's all there is to it. Maybe we need to start organizing, neighborhood watches again, because when we organize neighborhood watches, we are looking out for people in our neighborhood and we're making sure they get home safe, especially if they come home late at night. A woman may not, she may not be married. She may have a boyfriend, but let's say the boyfriend can't drive her home for one night. Maybe he might be sick or something. Just give an example. Maybe she has to go on her own. Maybe she's coming home from the subway at night. Sickos come out at nighttime. There's some that come out in the day too, but a lot of them come out at night. They'll see this woman as a target. Maybe they want to rape her, they want to rob her. But look what I told you about that woman. She was found, her clothes were off, waist down, and she had she had a radio cord tied around her neck. So she had obviously been raped. Strangled women, strangled 15-year-olds found on the sidewalk. Some were found in garbage cans like they're trash. Black women are not trash. I don't give a fuck what black man has a problem with a black woman. Black women are not trash. They do not deserve this kind of hell that they've gone through. They don't deserve the rapes that they had to endure, the biracial children that they were forced to bear back in the slave days. They don't deserve any kind of shit that they're getting. Some are just lost. Some they just don't get it. They want to be on that swirling train. They want to be partners with white supremacy. Candace Owens, we know who you are. Okay, we got black men to do that too. But I'm not gonna call the brothers because I've called the brothers before. We need to protect the black woman. That's what I'm talking about. There needs to be some form of protection. Like me, I ain't letting my wife out my sight. She got to go to the bathroom, that's fine, okay? But when it comes to picking her up at work, that's what I'm going to be doing. When it comes to picking up your daughter, your mother, your wife, you need to be there, black men. We need to be there for our women. That's all there is to it. You can dislike the video you want, but if it happens to your mom, if it happens to your daughter, if it happens to your girlfriend, then I'd like to see what your response would be then. With all the hate that you want to give me, because this is bad. These deaths that happened in 1979, these murders, these horrific murders that I read last night that sent chills down my spine and equally sent chills down your spines, I'm sure, if you listen to what I said all the way through the video for those 18 minutes, you understand that this could have been avoided. They were in a very socially segregated Boston area, okay? And this has more than likely been done by, people who hated black women, people who hated black people. Okay? And if it was a brother or, that did this to one of them, then the hell with him. I hope he burns in hell. But it's so easy to prevent this from happening to women if we just stay by their side and protect them if they're coming home from work, or we just make sure that they have some form of protection. I don't mind telling a black woman to get herself a gun, get herself a can of mace, get herself a taser so she can protect herself from some psychopath that might want to take advantage of her, whether they're trying to rape her or rob her. These women coming home at night, especially when they're in their 50s or 60s, they're getting old and they can't, move as fast as they used to when they were young. And they got some guy walking behind them. That's why I don't like to walk behind women. I don't care if it's in the daytime or nighttime if I'm somewhere. I don't like to walk behind women because I know that women will have this particular thought like, oh, this guy's trying to do something. And I've had it happen to me before when I was in my 20s, when I was in my early 20s, when I was 22 years old back in 2001. I was walking to my aunt's house because I was walking right from my job, which was about 10 minutes away. I walked to my aunt's house because I was spending the night at her house that day. And it was like about 10:30 at night. And I'm walking fast because it's cold. It was like a winter night. I'm going to be real quick with this. And there was an older woman in front of me. So I'm trying to walk fast so I can pass her by, right? Because I walk fast anyway, majority of the time, when it's cold. This woman turned around and she said, hey. And I said, huh? And she had like, I don't know, I think it was a can of something she had. Maybe it was mace or something. She had a can of something in her hand, and I'm glad she didn't use it. She had it right in her hand, said, and I said, huh? She said, oh, I'm so sorry. I said, oh, it's okay, I understand. And I walked past her, and she said, I'm so sorry. Because she seen that I wasn't going to do anything to her, but women get this in their head, and they have every right to have this fear that something can happen to them, especially when it's dark at night and they're alone. Now, apparently, these females probably knew that there was danger as well, but they didn't care because they figured that they were safe. Every time they went out, they were fine until that one night when this happened, okay? It's a damn shame what happened to all of them. Damn shame what happened to that woman that had that baby. She was strangled, beaten, and burned, okay? And that other woman I told you about who was beaten so badly that her jaw and brain, skull, were shattered. That shit, man, I tell you that if that doesn't bring tears to you, if that doesn't touch your heart and at the same time sends a chill down your spine, I don't think you have a human heart. I don't think you have any emotion at all. I got to get ready to get out of here, ladies and gentlemen, but what I'm saying is we need to make sure that our women are protected. That's why women bitch, moan, and complain on social media when they say that we're not protecting them as men. There are men, and I can give you cases where men have lost their lives and protected their women and their children. Men who have lost their lives, saving their children from being washed away, in a river and drowned, saving their children, okay? But their children made it, okay? The man last year in 2018 that died in Florida when he came out to protect his girlfriend, his wife, or whatever she was to him. I think that was his wife. And he turned his back after pushing that white man on the floor, and that white man shot him in the back like a fucking coward. That man lost his life standing up for his woman. Then we have videos of that man who didn't know this woman who was being harassed by this white man, and he punched that white man right in the face and had a gun and was saying, you better get away from this woman or you're going to get hurt. Then you had an incident that you seen on YouTube as well, where there was this white boy, young white boy. He was talking shit to this black woman in her face on a train or a bus. I don't know if it was a train. It was either a train or a bus, one or the other. And this black man from the other side of the damn of the bus or the train comes over and gets in that white boy's face and punches him twice in defense of that black woman. So I don't want to hear no black woman telling me that it ain't no black man stand up for her, because they are black men doing it. There just needs to be a lot more doing it. And then we can prevent things that is happening to our women, because I don't like hearing stories about anybody in the black community dying. I don't care if it's a man, a woman, or a child. I don't like to see no loss of life in the black community. And it really hurts badly when it's another black person that takes a life. But damn it, 64,000 black women and black girls missing. That is insane. There should not even be that much of a number, and nobody gives a fuck because it's not broadcast as national news. These murders in 1979 in Roxbury weren't broadcast as national news. I told you about that in a previous video. Go check that video out if you can stomach it. It doesn't show anything graphic, but it talks about the graphic and brutal nature of what these women went through when they were murdered. It touched me. I don't want to see our women dead. I don't want to see our children dead. I don't want to see our men dead. We need to protect each other and stop this bullshit arguing and going to the other side, playing for their team and promoting, swirling and promoting these racist people as our saviors, because they're not our saviors. We are our saviors, and we always have been. We need to get back to that mindset, or we're going to lose everybody. And I don't want to lose anyone else. I'm not going to have a defeatist mindset, because I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give up on my people. I love my people. So that's why I continue to do this, even though my views are low. Because I know the true people that give a fuck are the ones who continue to watch my videos and give me feedback, and they support this channel with a like. I'm not about being popular. The popular black YouTubers out here don't talk about stories like that. They're too busy telling you about, you got to talk about this political opponent. Okay, I understand the political climate too, but they're not talking about the stories about these missing black. Do they really care about black women? Do they really care? That's why I said these white boys, these Asian boys don't give a shit. They don't care. They just want the attention of black women. They just want to get a black woman in bed. They just want to get her money, okay? They don't give a fuck about what happens to black women or little black girls or black people in general. I do. And I don't get paid for this. I care because I'm black and I love my people. I'll talk to you next time. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I have to get out of here. I'm sorry I got to make this video quick. And I'm sorry that it was a black screen, but I have to get out of here now, so I have to go to work. So I'll talk to you later. And I'm sorry I talk fast. Sometimes I tend to do that. But I will talk to you in the very next video. So leave your feedback and let me know what you think about the situation. And I want you women out there, especially you sisters out there, please be safe. Watch out for each other. Men, you do the same. You watch out for them. Okay? Because we can protect them. We have the power to do so. We're strong. Talk to you next time.